You had to become masculine to survive. This is why you keep attracting emotionally unavailable or unhealthy men. You don't trust men and you can't be vulnerable and receive from the masculine. So, you must unseat the dark, wounded, masculine king within. And make no mistake that this is you being the change you wish to see in the world. Unseating him in your inner world will unseat him in the outer world. And we will forever reverse the wounding that happened for all innocents and be able to open to and co-create divine union in human relationships. Feminines went without masculine provision in the form of emotional acceptance, loving leadership and physical safety. We had to go without the security that comes with the integrity and honor of a healthy masculine man's word. Men had to become masculine to feel safe. No one had our back. Our fathers were absent, unreliable, unpredictable and/or unsafe. They abandoned us either physically or emotionally or both. They didn't provide for us even though they may have tried, and so we entered the world feeling vulnerable and bare and our feminine hearts couldn't feel safe. We had to become warriors to raise ourselves in a fallen world, and we did. Oh boy, did we ever. We became the biggest and the baddest warriors, fueled by feminist fires. We became untouchable and unstoppable, but in so doing, we became hard and impenetrable, unquenchable and ruthless. We had to survive. We put ourselves on the king's throne in our own life. Our ego chest beating its chest in victory. And as a result, the sacred place within our heart was already claimed and occupied by our inner masculine, on a pedestal, and no earthly human man could ever match the ferocious power of this dark king. He is dark because he arose from fear, threat, and scarcity, and this is wounded masculine energy. He did not arise due to a spiritual calling, a life purpose to slay dragons in service of his people or queen. He was willing to stop at nothing to ensure the survival of his realm. And that realm started to take over. No man wanted to come into our lives and fight the sitting king for the territory of our heart because it already belonged to another. No man wanted to come in and forever compete with the sitting king. A healthy masculine man saw that it was a waste of his resources and gifts. The dark king would never give up his throne, and in allowing us to become masculine, our fathers betrayed us in the most profound way. We didn't want to be victims, so we became warriors. For most of these men, it wasn't by their direct intention that they left us out to the wolves, it was more by omission. They couldn't give what they didn't have. Society started a war on men, emasculating them and diminishing them at their very spiritual core long before we were born. No society is safe without healthy masculine men who are the protectors and providers of the tribe, and those at the helm of this social programming knew this. We were not victims of bad fathers. In most cases we were victims of brainwashed fathers in a bad social structure, but nevertheless, they left us bare and unprepared for the world, and we became the very giants whose shoulders we stood on. We pulled ourselves out of the sea with our own arm, holding our own hair braid, like Baron Munchausen. In becoming masculine, we lost our way. We lost our most sacred gift, our sacred feminine heart. We lost our most precious ability to surrender and receive love. To inspire warriors, knights and kings, rather than to dominate and subjugate them. We lost our hearts. We lost our softness and vulnerability. And then they came. More men like our fathers, raping our souls and pillaging our hearts with their criticisms, control, dehumanization and tyranny. And we needed healthy masculine men to save us, but we didn't know how to let them. We didn't know how to knight them. We didn't know that the thing we needed to do is unseat the false king so that the true king could reign with his gifts and provision for us and for the kingdom of our life. We finally came to see that the dark inner king needed to be unseated so that the real king could reign. We let a Jesus on the throne and looked for a human man in his masculine activated by God and in service to us. That is why Jesus had to be a man. Without healthy masculine men in service to God, family and country, all is lost. This time we didn't make him fight and prove himself by putting him against the inner king. We were wiser now. We let him show us who he is without giving away the kingdom. If you've unseated the dark king and you are ready to call in your soulmate, the true king of your heart in the form of a human divine masculine man, then I help you do exactly that in my 90-day intensive. In that intensive we fully restore your feminine innocence and honor by healing your heart, releasing the burdens of fears, doubts, and self-deprecating beliefs, doubts that keep you masculine. And we learn to understanding the sacred masculine energy and how it's different from the wounded masculine that's been running your life and showing up in the men you'd been attracting until now. This internal alchemy creates sacred space for the true rightful king to enter and claim you. I teach you how to date for him so he can find you, recognize him and select him and allow him to claim you. My clients meet king match in an average of 3 to 6 months at a rate of 1 to 2 dates per week, but sometimes much sooner. Like in as soon as 10 dates, and occasionally the alchemy can take longer, like up to 12 months. Send me a PM if this resonates with you and I will respond back with a few questions. We will have a quick chat over Messenger to see if we're a fit, and if so, we can get started right away. And you can still wake up with your divine masculine man next to you before the end of 2022.